We're going to run through the laser cut paper box demo. I've already opened up Rhino and I'm in small objects inches, and I've already gone ahead and set up the layers that I need and got the color set up. So we're going to start with a rectangle. We're going to anchor it at 0 and it's going to be 2 inches by 2 inches. Then we're going to highlight that, go up to solid, extrude planar curve, and select tapered. I'm going to set the draft angle to -5 so it tapers outward from the bottom as we go up. And then extrusion distance will be 2.25. Hit enter, and there is my tapered box. Now we're going to flatten this 2 different ways, and we're going to use it at different times. So I'm going to highlight this up to surface, go down to surface flattening, unroll developable surface. For the first one, I want to click on explode and have it say no. This will keep all the pieces together. So it's selected, we'll hit enter, and what it's done is flatten this box out into this fashion. I'm going to change this to the non-explode layer, and I'm going to turn that off for now. We will come back to that later. I'm going to highlight the box again, surface, surface flattening, unroll developable surface, only this time I want it to say yes next to explode. And then I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go ahead and move the box out of the way a little bit. And here's the bottom, the 4 sides, and the top. I am going to move those to the explode layer. And I'm going to shut off my box for now. So the next thing I need to do is change this so that I have some curves that I can work with. So I'm going to change to just the top view. And I'm going to go to curve, curve from objects, duplicate edge. I'm going to select all 4 edges of the bottom piece. And I should mention we should be in the curved layer for this, as the active layer. Just the 2 sides and the top for the 3 side panels, like so. And then I just want 3 of the sides for the one that will end up being the top flap. So we'll hit enter. I can drag that up. Here's the curves that I'm going to work with. So I can turn off the explode for now. And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So what we need to do is arrange this so we have the 4 side tabs so that they basically array around this. And then we'll add the top tab to one of them. So I'm going to highlight these 3, type move, and use O-snap. Make sure O-snap is on and end. Drag that over. And turn ortho on for this one so I can rotate it 90 degrees real quick. Then do move. Click there. Snap to there. Same thing, I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. We'll do the same move. Click on one end, snap there. And the other one I need to rotate 90 the other way. Oops. Highlight all 3 of those. Rotate, move, just like that. And then the top flap here, it does not matter what side I put it on for now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on this side. We'll zoom extent so that it becomes a little big. I have not joined all these yet. These are still individual curves, and I have to do some offset, so I want to keep it that way. So I'm going to offset one of the sides. Doesn't matter which. I'll start with this one. Offset. I'm going to offset at 0.25 inches and drag that out to the side. And I'm going to do the same thing for the top here. Offset 0.25 inches, drag that out. Now I want to make 45-degree angles from here up to here. Easiest way to do that is to use our circle trick. So we're going to take the circle, start on the edge there, and I want a radius of 0.25, which I already have, so I can hit enter. I'm going to do that for all of these. Now, if I have O-snap intersect on, I can draw just a polyline from this intersection over here to the edge. Hit enter. I'm going to do the same for each of these circles that I drew. And what that's doing is creating a 45-degree angle from that edge to that line. Now I can delete the circles, Now there's several ways we could get rid of these lines that overhang. We could do a split, we could do a trim, but for this one we're going to use the fillet command, and we're going to set our radius to 0. And if I zoom in, you'll see what happens. Click on that side. Oops. So fillet, click on this one, click on that one, and it brings that down so that those are connected. Do the same thing here, here, and the same one there. That's a little quicker than using trim or split, but any of those methods would work. Now what I'm going to do is highlight these 3 pieces of the tab, and I'm going to mirror it. Make sure it says copy in here, and I have OSnap on. I also turn mid on OSnap. So we snap to the center, snap straight down. Now I have tabs all the way around this. I need tabs on this piece and tabs on this piece. So I'm going to highlight all of those. So I hold Shift as I select all of them. Okay, and I can type mirror. This time I'm going to snap to the midpoint here. Whoops, what did I do? Let's try that again. Hold Shift, pick just the lines, mirror. There we go. So now we have that on both sides. For the top, for a flap, we're going to offset this also. Only this one we're going to offset 0.5 inches, so 0.5. Drag that out. And we're going to use that circle trick again. Center here, but we're going to set the radius to 0.5. So right there, draw my polyline in from the corner to the intersection, from the intersection to the corner. Get rid of the circles. Fill it with a 0 radius. There's my box. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add 2 circles here that will be holes that will be cut out, and I want them to match up over here. So just for reference, I'm going to draw myself a line from the midpoint there, and then from that midpoint I'm going to go up, let's go up 0.375 inches. No, change that, it's 2.5. Okay, so that's a ½ inch from here, and that's where my circle is going to be. It's going to be a 1/4 inch diameter, so my radius is going to be 0.125. And get rid of my guidelines here. I'm going to mirror that. Okay, so those 2 holes are going to get cut, and we want them to match up over here so that when the flaps come in, they line up. So if I highlight both of these, hold Shift, I'm going to do a copy command. Click on this point up here. Click on that point and hit enter. So now when this gets folded, those 2 should line up. So these are all the curves. Next I need to move them onto the layers for engrave and cut and get things joined. So I'm going to start by joining the exterior so that it cuts all at a single time. So I hold down Shift, select all of my exterior curves. And type join. Those are all joined in one. I'm going to copy those to the cut layer. Okay. The holes are going to get copied to the cut layer as well, so we cut those out. Right click, copy objects to layer. And then I'm going to join my engrave lines that will help me fold the box. We'll start by joining those just so it cuts a little quicker. And then hold Shift and highlight these as well. Copy those to the engraved layer. So now if I turn off the green layer, here's my finished box ready to be cut. We have the red lines for cutting that are all the way around. Our holes are red and all the interiors are blue. So we can now take this file to the laser cutter and get this cut.